you know.
Homeboy that bought the Kings can help us out with
skateboarding
too, you know.
That'll be the day.
The skateboarding scene in India. He's Indian, right?
Yeah, no, dude, it's huge out in India right now.
Is it?
Skateboarding out in India right now is huge, dude. And they have a ton of spots.
Okay.
Dude, they build everything just for skateboarders, it seems like. Yeah, no, it's crazy out there right now, dude.
Yeah. But I'll talk to Kevin Johnson next time I see him.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh, halftime shots.
Halftime shots, and since it's halftime, let's talk about the Sunday Showdown.
Hell yeah!
Vanguard on Sunday.
Won, right?
Ian Young won.
Ian Young, you won.
Contestants were Kat Cannon from Poorhouse, Chris Sinclair, the Grid Father, Steve.
The Kid Father?
The Kid Father.
That's his name, dude.
Father.
It's a Kid Father, man.
Oh, dude, that's a good one. I like
Mark.
that.
Dude, I'm switching that up, and he's gonna fucking hate me, because
I know.
everyone's gonna start
Every
calling
photo
him
that
the
he
Kid Father.
fucking does, I'm gonna fucking hashtag.
Oh, yeah. Because I told him that. I'm like, wait, you're the Kid Father, right? He's like, fuck you.
So how he talks too.
Then, Mark Newhouser.
And that was it. That's 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was all.
Was it only 5?
I think there's always 5. There's always only 5. Yeah.
That was my first one.
You went?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was cool. I kind of had I was on a little bit of a free mommy day that day, so I had a little family dinner, brunch, whatever, barbecue during the day, and then went out later. Got my shift covered, and so I went out. But I don't normally get a weekend night off, so I was kind of I was drinking a fair bit.
Did you snorkel?
No.
No snorkel?
No snorkel.
Jared,
no.
did you snorkel?
Never done it?
I don't need snorkel.
You've never
Never
snorkeled?
done it ever.
Never done it.
Were you at the BG 1 year party?
The what?
The Bartenders Guild one. Are you a Bartenders Guild member?
Yeah.
Were you at the 1 year party?
A shady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody snorkeled. Come on, bro.
Oh, I didn't snorkel.
I pre-snorkeled. I thought they said no, but they were demonstrating.
I like
how to do
whoever
it.
made the shirts, though. Whoever made the shirts
Yeah.
is really doing it. Because who started the snorkel? Who really started that? I don't know.
As far as I
it's
know,
a Sacramento
Brad
thing.
and Chris were doing it when those guys were doing it. I
So
don't know.
Brad started it? Did he make the t-shirts? Who made the t-shirts?
Mark had something to do with the t-shirts.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
think it was,
who
the
really
guild had
started
something to do with
t-shirts.
So the guild made the t-shirts.
That'd be something to figure
so.
out who actually first snorkeled. Because
Yeah.
they brought it to me as a group.
It's
They were-
almost
Because it must be a
it's
thing
almost
that someone they found it from someone.
Well, it's almost like, was it the chicken or the egg first?
that is the question of the night.
It is a question.
Question of the night.
All right, cheers.
So let's snorkel these shots.
Anybody's listening, call one of us and to let us know.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, easy there.
So Ian Young won. And a couple of bartenders were kind of bummed out he won.
Why?
Because the next time they have to go against him.
Right.
Since he's such a good bartender.
So who's won so far? Nicky Muth?
Little Muth.
Ian.
Now Ian.
Rich.
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 Can I grab a beer?
There's
Absolutely.
only 3,
Stop
right?
a couple,
Oh,
right?
yeah, there's only been 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nikki said, I was there with
When
you.
it- okay.
When Nikki says,
Okay, I'll call her name out.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to say her name.
No,
So Nikki
well, you
was
said
bummed-
little Nikki?
Ian, if you're listening, Ian was bummed that you won because she knows you're a great bartender and she's going to have to go against you.
I think you mean Ian, Nikki was bummed that
Yes.
you won because she's
Yeah,
afraid to
didn't
go
I
against
say
her.
that? No,
And what did I?
Yeah, you said that over.
SAD.
And what did I tell her? I said,
Dyslexia
Nikki.
happens.
We just did a shot, so you fucking know what I'm saying.
I said, Nikki, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Boom.
Exactly.
And she looked at me. She's like, "That is so true, Art. Thank you so much."
Sound like Buddha right now.
All right.
And then I was, Game of Thrones come back. I'm like, then you just gotta fucking stab him and become king. Then you're good.
So, Chad, have you done it yet?
I haven't.
You need to do it.
If they, I heard it's invite, so if they invite me, I'll have to get my shift covered.
Get the shift
But
covered.
I'm down.
Because it's probably, I mean, if the idea is to get to 5 winners, then you still need to do 2 more sessions, right? If the 3 people have won so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna keep.
I'm sure it sounds
Is that how it
sounds
goes?
like this thing.
I would imagine. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. It
Yeah.
seems like this is something they can carry on. Like
Aimee, have you done it yet?
you're out.
No, I haven't.
You should.
Yeah.
They're always looking for female. They always want 1 female out of the 5 to do it.
Speaking of the female, can I give a little represent for Kat because
Absolutely.
it was her first cocktail competition, and I went out
Oh,
to
yeah?
support. I mean, I knew everyone in it, but like supporting all around. But Kat, like,
Yeah, Kat's awesome.
is a dear friend of mine, and I
Sweetheart.
freaking love her. And when they were doing Nothing Against Ian, you're awesome. If you listen to this, I love you.
Yes.
However, and your accent was killer. But dude, when they were like judging, there was like a chant for Kat at the bar. They were like, Kat, Kat, Kat,
Yeah.
Kat, Kat, Kat. And she didn't win, but like she killed it. I had her cocktail and it was amazing.
Safe to
and
say
for
she
your
won.
first cocktail competition, like
That's a lot of
I'm
pressure
just
on that
like-
one right there with those
Yeah,
people.
and
going.
I'm just
That's
like
quite
I'm
the
super
first
proud. Like
competition.
Yeah.
she's
Can
I've
we-
known her for a
Let's
long
do this.
time,
Let's
and
do this
she's-
on the podcast.
Well, I
Let's-
saw Kat today.
Well,
I
let's
was at
name her.
Trace.
Let's name her the crowd
The people's
favorite.
choice.
Exactly. That's it.
There you go.
That was
Yeah, you're the
Kat.
best.
because that's a big part of it. Like part of it is like how many people can you bring,
Yeah.
right? How many people are going to
Yeah,
be
you gotta have stage presence.
exactly.
She had a lot of support on that.
Well, and
Yeah.
you know, and her cocktail was great. I didn't get actually to taste Ian's, but Kat's cocktail was fucking awesome. So I don't know. People were kind of in
So
and
I
out.
was at Trace earlier eating, and they all came in, Kat and all them. Had a fucking mind eraser. God damn those things. Those things are coming back 100%.
And you remember that you had one?
Eh,
It's so
kinda.
funny
Did
they
they
call it
ever
a mind
leave?
eraser, but you remember you had one. It
was-
doesn't
Did they
make
ever
any
leave?
sense.
It was last week.
Why did they call it a mind eraser then, dude?
Later you won't
Oh.
remember shit.
I applaud Jared in his restraint because he like. I met him at Chicago Fire, and he's like, "Dude, I had to get out of Trace, man. They're getting
Yeah, they wanted to do more. I was like, no, I gotta fucking go. I gotta go do this fucking podcast.
Mind erasers.
God damn those. Bless their souls.
Kahlua first.
The only way I'll drink vodka.
Yeah.
Mind erasers?
Oh yeah, mind eraser or a
I kind of want to do one
Caucasian.
right now, but we don't
Good
have the shit
Caucasian.
for it.
I can get down with that. Little Caucasian with some Aztec chocolate bitters. That's what's up.
Holy
You know what I
shit.
just remembered about you, Amy, is, and we'll have to have you back on again to talk about it, but you really did an excellent job of educating me as far as sour beers were concerned.
You know, I
You had a
thought
little-
about
you gave me a
that
little
today.
tutorial at Pangea that one day, and I said we need to have you back on the podcast so we can talk about sour beers.
I actually thought about that today on my way here. I dropped my son off at my parents' house, and I was driving here, and I was like, God damn it, I promised Art that I would bring some sour beers to do a tasting on the show the next time I was on. But it was really impromptu. I just got asked to do it this
all
afternoon,
good.
so I wasn't prepared.
You have to be
I
back.
was like, do I have time to go get some sour beers? And I just didn't.
You
But
have to be back.
yeah, let's do it again. Let's plan it,
For sure.
and I'll bring some sour beers, and we can talk about it and taste some. I'll bring a couple different styles, and I'm
Absolutely.
definitely down.
I mean, I love, like, I would say, like, it's definitely hit or miss with sour beers, but when you find a sour beer that you like, oh my god.
Well, the really amazing thing about sour beers is that, like, if you have 5 different IPAs, like, they all taste like very similar. Like, unless you have like a super good palate, you know, and you're used to it, it's hard to pick apart like the simple nuances between them, right? Like within one style of beer, one family of beer. With Belgians, you know, there's a lot of different styles of Belgians, and you can taste the differences, but they all have like a similar flavor. But with sour beers, the cool thing is that it's across the board. Like there's like these spontaneously fermented sour beers that are like the traditional sour beers, but also because it's a wild yeast, you can if you have a barrel of sour beer, you can put any beer in that and age it, and it will sour the beer. So you can have any style of beer be sour. Like, it's incredible. So the range of different flavors within sour beers is, I mean, you can do anything.
Is
It's
anybody else
awesome.
incredibly turned on about this beautiful woman talking about
Beer?
having this amount of knowledge about beer?
I like
Seriously?
both. I like both.
Yeah, right? Are you kidding me?
I can talk about beer.
That's right.
Well played.
Not too many girls know about beer.
Right?
I know a lot
Not
about
too many
beer.
dudes know about beer either. They just like to drink it.
Well, I worked at Pangea. I don't work there anymore, but I worked there for a year, and I literally took that job only because I wanted to learn about
It's a
beer.
huge educational job.
Yeah,
right there.
I mean, fuck, I didn't make any money there, to be honest. Like, the money that I made there, which was minimal, because I worked the day shifts, and I chose that, because those are those are the shifts that I get to, like, meet the reps, and I get, like, people bring in samples and stuff,
Right.
and, you know, so I get, that's the learning shit when you work days. And so I was already making my money bartending at other bars, and I worked at Pangea. I moved down the street, and I just decided, like, hey, I'm going to work here because beer is, like, I mean, I love beer and whiskey. Those are my two loves, pretty much. Like, so I want to
five.
learn more about beer. Like, you know, and
I got a diamond ring around here somewhere. I might propose to you here in a minute.
Well, I worked at De Beers, so I got
got
to
one
learn
right.
all about whiskey, and so I'm like, well, it's time
Here, you
for me
take
to
the one
learn
my
about
wife gave
beer, you know. And so I went to work at Pangea
Oh, okay.
just to learn about beer, and I knew I wasn't going to make money, and I wanted the shifts where I wasn't going to make money because I wanted to learn. I worked there for about a year, and I learned. I mean,
Easy, buddy.
literally, I probably broke even. The money that I made there, I spent on beer, like to
Yeah,
taste
right.
it and try different things. But the amount of knowledge that I gained working there in that year is like priceless. You know what I mean? Priceless.
Like the commercials.
Absolutely. I mean,
Visa.
I got hired at Lowbrow because I was working at Pangea, and the things that I learned at Pangea when I went in for my interview at Lowbrow, and I knew the answers to these different things, and they were like, "Yep, we want her right now." Like,
Nice.
so I mean, and it's great to really appreciate and understand like a craft that you love. You know,
Did you work
to
with?
have.
Did you work with Mark when he was there?
No, I knew Mark before that, but we didn't work together.
Oh,
He
okay.
left, I think, a few months before I started working there. But Pangea is
He's
great.
got
I love it.
Big Mark's got our whole like rotating beer tap program at Trace right now.
Oh yeah.
So
Is it?
Hey,
You don't-
guys.
You don't have any sours at Trace, is that right?
Nah, I doubt we're gonna get one too, since the whole
Yeah,
crowd.
it's funny.
The
We
whole
had
crowd's a
sours
lot
at the
different.
beginning of Rabbit, and like they never went anywhere. But then as soon as they were like all gone, then people asked for them again. Like, oh, do you
I
have
went to
sour
Rabbit.
beer?
Yeah.
I went to Rabbit and drank sour beers
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time, and then they were gone. And I was
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna burn this mother down.
No, but I definitely wasn't like, oh yeah, let's go to Rabbit because I know they have the Caveda Jacobins. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I'm
no,
gonna
it's
go
a
there.
great
It's a
beer, though.
$9
It's like-
beer, but I will drink it every time.
And that's
you
the
know?
whole problem. Like people don't want to spend $9 on a beer. Like
I'm
People
kind
that
of
don't
stoked you
know,
don't have
however.
sours anymore
That's true.
because I would be there more than I usually am.
Well, what's your best selling sour at Lowbrow?
Well, we only have one. Like we have one sour
The
that's
Duchess.
there all the time. Okay, we have on our beer nerd menu. We have a ton of a bunch of them will be sours, but they're all rotating. It depends on what we can get, what's seasonal, whatever. But all the time we have the Duchess,
Which is amazing.
Bergen. I don't know. I had a guy correct me the other day who was from Belgium, and I said it wrong. But I
I
always
call it
say-
the douches of bologna.
Yeah. There you go. That's perfect. Okay, it's the Duchess. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
It's a Flemish red. It's fantastic.
It's one of my favorite sours.
If you've never had a sour before, it's like the perfect introductory sour beer. It is has a little bit of a vinegar taste to it, but it's kind of winey, kind of cidery. So if you don't drink beer, but you like wine and you like cider, this is a beer you can drink. But it's very well balanced. It's tart, but it's got like a very like malty profile as well. So it's just very well balanced, like middle of the road, like very approachable sour beer. Like if you were going to try your first sour beer just to test the waters, have the Duchess. It's amazing. Like, I mean, I've had sour beers I've had Cantillon and like some of the best sour beers in the world, but the Duchess is one of my favorite all-time beers ever. Because it's just so drinkable and so approachable.
I just got a text from Alexis Candy saying Lost Abbey is her favorite sour. I haven't had that.
Well, Lost Abbey has multiple sours.
No, I'm not
Lost
sure.
Abbey is a brewery, so they have more than
I just
one
got a text
sour
about
beer.
it, all right?
I'm just
Wait,
saying,
so
I'm just
Jared's
saying.
your favorite? I should say your second favorite sour is the Duchess. Your first favorite sour is a yeast infection. You told me.
You know, actually,
I think his mother told you that.
If you want to get like scientific
let's
with
get
it, let's
yeah,
get scientific
let's
real
do it.
quick. Okay, so technically, a sour beer is a yeast infection because the way that you get a beer to
big
be
brain.
sour is so the way sour beers started, okay, is in Belgium. There's a few different places